Hi 143 fam, I'm Antonia. Thank you for being here. Each month, I give away 2 free readings. If you would like to be considered for a free reading, leave me a comment below your video. Let me know how you've connected to the messages. Also, let me know that you have subscribed. I will alert winners in April on April 30th. So if you hear from me sooner than that, I haven't chosen winners yet. Make sure you check my reply back to you on April 30th because that's when winners will be announced. Also, I've just set up a new Instagram, so make sure you connect with me and follow me on there. I'll be following everybody back as well. You can find me under Urban Soul Guru or just look me up under channel 143 by Antonia. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already. I'm so grateful for your support on my channel. Now let's jump in to your mid-month love horoscopes. Hi Aries, this reading is for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising in Love for April 15th through the end of the month. Aries in Love, April 15th through the end of the month. Aries, I do still have some availability for personal readings and healing sessions for the month of April. I've just recently introduced emergency sessions and emergency readings for those of you who need a quicker turnaround. You can check out my website, UrbanSoulGuruCo.com. Reach out to me if you need me. Okay. Aries in love. Aries, okay. I am picking up. Many of you are finally reaping the rewards for having had the courage to exit a relationship that no longer served you. Has a new love showed up for you? For so many, that new love has showed up, will show up over these next 2 weeks. But you are reaping the rewards for having the courage to step out of toxic relationships and for having the courage to step out of relationships, even if they weren't toxic. It was still a loving, beautiful human being, but you knew that you guys had evolved past the point of needing to still be with each other. You saw that, you took action, you moved on. Somebody really new, somebody really brilliant, really loving, showing up for you now. They may have already arrived at this point. But is this still your focus? For some of you, you met somebody new through your current career, through somebody at work. You could be dating somebody at work, and it feels very passionate. Wow, we have high-level commitment sitting at the center of this. For some of you, you had relationships that you were in for quite a period of time, but you were never given the kind of commitment that you wanted and that you needed. This person will give you that, okay? We still have the separation card showing up, but really, really, Aries, for more of you than not, you've already gone through this process. That's why, first of all, career is really beautiful and on point for Aries at this time. You are in the flow of abundance. You may have called in somebody at work as well, but sitting at the center of your reading, you have this high-level commitment. This is the reward. This beautiful human came in when you had the courage to do this, okay? For others of you, if you do still feel like there are relationships that you're still in that are not all the way fulfilling, you're getting honest with yourself at this time because you do want commitment. If this person hasn't, with enough patience, okay, let's say that too, because everybody has their process, but you know you've been together long enough. You feel like you really deep down want to take this to another level. If they haven't given you that kind of commitment, if they're not comfortable with it, honestly, Aries, at this point, that's not really going to change for them down the road. Now, you can choose to still have that experience with them. Not everybody wants the marriage commitment, the engagement. There are plenty of couples that stay in relationships without that kind of a title, that are just as committed as anybody else. It works out perfectly. It works out beautifully for them. It's important to keep an open mind, okay? We don't need to have labels on relationships to make them official. But for those of you who really, really, really feel like you're not getting the kind of commitment that you desire, you're stepping out. But I'm feeling this energy. The majority of you have already done that. You've already done that. If not, expect a catalyst to show up over these next 2 weeks to get that ball rolling, okay? Finances and career is clarified by playfulness. There's somebody, for so many of you, what is this connection with work? Someone you met while you were traveling for work, maybe. I am definitely picking up. Some of you met somebody in your office. They work at your company. You met them at work, but it's so fun. I'm getting this beautiful, playful energy, but also a lot of passion, okay? You might be really caught up in this person. Trust. Aries, this is mutual. And this is where I come into the reading channeling you reap the rewards, okay? You had the courage to do this. You did this out of self-love. It's not that the other person wasn't a beautiful soul, but they weren't for you anymore. That relationship, it was done, okay? You had the courage to say, I want bigger, I want better, I want to continue evolving, I want to feel more fulfilled in this in a relationship. Sitting at the center of your reading. High-level commitment, clarified by soulmate. You have called in a high-level soulmate. For some of you, it was at work. You have this beautiful, playful energy. There's definitely a major overlap with work. And you know what? This person, the connection to work for you, Aries, could be that this person is finally pulling you out of work so that you can have fun because you don't need the distraction of working 24/7 anymore. You have more of a life now. This person offers you something so beautiful, so stable, so grounded, but so fun, so passionate that you're going to start to balance with work, okay? But you reap the rewards for having the courage to step out of relationships that no longer served you. Now you have this high-level soulmate showing up, offering you commitment, really loving you. I'm feeling a whole lot of passion here. If you're single, don't be surprised if somebody shows up with this energy over the next 2 weeks. This comes through very strong. Free yourself is being clarified by children. For those of you, many of you stayed in relationships because you had children with somebody, and that was of the highest good for a period of time. Some of you, I'm definitely feeling, okay, you got out of the relationship. For some of you, it was a divorce. It impacted your children, and you harbor a little bit of guilt there. You wonder if you made the right decision. You wonder if it was selfish. It was not selfish. I'm feeling that your children actually benefit from this separation. There's a lot of love here around your kids. They are protected. For others of you, you get out of a relationship with somebody, okay, and you call in this new soulmate. This new soulmate may have children. They would be really good for your children, but also some of you are meeting a life partner that you will start a family with. Children comes in very strong, side by side with soulmate. This is connected. There is a soulmate connection between this new partner and your current children or their children or a family you decide to start in the future. For some of you, I just channeled, it's not human children, it's little fur babies, but you know what? For those of us that are moms and dads to fur babies, they're our kids. You can't argue with that. They're just as much our babies as human babies, okay? You guys might decide to take a step further. That commitment, as silly as it sounds, it's adopting. I highly recommend rescuing. Please, please, please rescue. That is such a huge part of my life. Rescuing a beautiful animal. Freeing them from a shelter, okay? But with this soulmate. And it's just this beautiful new addition to your relationship. Taking care of this little fur baby together. Being a mom and dad together before you have human children. Or maybe you don't want to go that route with human children. But I'm telling you, children, human, animal, big energy around this, okay? But for those of you who have kids and you're worried about your children after a separation from their mother or father, and you're feeling a little guilty or just some worry around it, your kids are okay. Your kids are healing. They understand the separation. The only thing I can say is this in terms of kids. If you are going through a divorce or you separated from their parent, okay, now they're kind of being bounced between two houses, it's actually very healthy for you guys, but somebody's working too much. For some of you, the children need a little more time to play, and somebody is just swamped with work. Try to balance this. Try to balance this. I know this is a love reading, but this message really does come through very strongly for your children. But that's the only thing you really would need to focus on, because your kids are actually doing really well with this transition. So stay open to this new love. Stay open. You do deserve it. Wow. Aries, do you see? Do you see? Do you see who this is for you? This is what you are rewarded with because you had the courage to love yourself first, to say no to relationships that were no longer of your highest good, that weren't high vibing enough, okay? It's a hard process. Breakups are so difficult, but this is where you guys wind up, okay? For those of you in committed relationships here, well, bottom of the deck, reconciliation. Okay, a couple of messages come through at this, but we're gonna circle back to reconciliation. For those of you in committed relationships, you probably did have to go through a pretty major breakup before you called in the one that you have the family with, that you have this high level commitment with. It's a really beautiful energy, but for those of you who that applies to, okay, there's no issues. You're not going through a breakup. You don't need to reconcile. You guys are good. Somebody is still working too much. Children and family are missing you. They need you to free up some time and some space for them. That's it. You know you're with your true love. It's very beautiful. It's very positive, especially for those of you in committed relationships right now. I don't know why. I really just keep feeling you might be rescuing or adopting an animal. If you're thinking of it, then there you go. There's an affirmation. Please rescue. There are so many animals that are in shelters. For those of us who do that and are really committed to rescue, we often have a lot of animals in our home trying to find homes, rescuing and pulling animals from very high kill shelters where animals are put to sleep literally every day. We're just trying to take them all, and we just don't have enough manpower and homes and money to do it. So if you are considering rescuing or adopting an animal, look into it. Animals of all ages, all breeds, okay? But let's jump into this message, bottom of the deck. For some of you, you gotta have a relationship, okay? They want you back. The thing is, this person, and you may be feeling it after the separation, this person is still your true love. Make an effort to get back together. For some of you, it took the separation to wake somebody up, and they say, wait a minute, I lost you because I'm afraid of taking the next step, because I'm afraid of commitment. And so I lost you. Oh my God, please give me another shot. That person's being real with you. You may have somebody coming back. As long as they acknowledge this and they communicate this and you see it in their actions right away. Not like, well, in 6 months, maybe, we can do that. They're like, okay, we didn't live together. Let's do it. Let's look at a place together. Let's look at rings. Let's talk about, marriage, family, children, whatever that commitment was that you needed that they weren't providing for you, or that they really honestly weren't ready for. Make sure they show you. But that person who's trying to show back up, you guys still have a very intact love. If in your heart you feel like, nah, I gave you more than one shot, this message is probably not for you, and this probably wouldn't be of the highest good. But for those of you, especially if this is your first breakup, love is so intact, and it really just came down to somebody having some fears around commitment. Feel confident moving forward with this person. If you decide to reach out to them, they reach out to you. This is a soulmate. This is a true love. This is at the center of your reading. This person will come back and give you the commitment that you've been wanting all along. You, keep in mind, these readings and these messages can go both ways. Aries, you may find that you didn't want that commitment, that you really wanted to focus on work and this was your priority, and someone said, all right, I'm sorry, I can't do this. You may have that aha moment, or that you may wake up this month and say, oh my God, what did I do? Let me balance this a little better. Let me reach out to this person. I'll give them that commitment. Just be super honest and authentic with them, and there's a very good shot that they'll say yes and give you another chance, okay? Because look, this crowns your reading. It's a beautiful energy. There's commitment and there is soulmate energy here. For those of you who still are entertaining those relationships that maybe aren't of your highest good, I really feel a catalyst these next 2 weeks, pushing you forward, pushing you past it, okay? So prepare yourself for that if you feel like you're connecting with that message. But look, do you see this beautiful energy that shows up for you on the heels of that separation? Obviously, you have to exercise self-love. Obviously, breakups, regardless of how you feel, they're just going to be difficult regardless. But you do have this true love. You will be rewarded for that bravery, for that courage, for exercising self-love, okay? Beautiful energy here, Aries. I'm so grateful to connect with you. Thank you so much for being here on my channel. I will be back May 1st for your full month of May reading for love and general. Again, I'm available for private readings and healing sessions. Reach out to me if you feel like you need it. And I'm sending you again so much love, light, gratitude. I'll see you back here soon, Aries. Ciao.